With me is conservative columnist Stephen Kent. We also have how much impact do you think J.D. Vance can have or the White House could have on these midterm elections when I think there's a lot of the worry is among Republicans that the party is likely to underperform?
Yeah, I think the key statistic here is that 87% of Democrats in a Harris poll from last week believe that voting in November is extremely important versus only 52% of Republicans. We live in a time of panic politics. If your side is not panicked about the future of the country, you are not likely to participate in the upcoming round of elections. And to Trump's credit, he solved three of the main problems that were driving the last presidential election. The border is all but closed. No, people are not talking about illegal immigration anymore. He aggressively attacked the transgenderism issue, that it was, sort of spread between the health agencies of the federal government, took that issue off the table. He's overseen at least a dramatic drop in crime across the country. But the problem is when you take issues off the table, your voters are kind of like, I don't have as much motivating me in a panic mode.
Well, there's still one issue left, and that's the economy and affordability.
That's the big one.
Doug, about a minute left here. I want to bring you back in on this point too, but a lot of it has to do with the war in Iran. We've seen gas prices going up. That's never a good thing heading into an election. Today, we see Marco Rubio out there saying that essentially this big offensive operation is over. Is there a political calculation in that kind of announcement, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the war's super unpopular. I think there's also a war powers issue. They're running out of time to make the case that the war should continue. Look, the U.S. has just announced it's going to be a taxi service for freight tankers coming through the Strait of Hormuz. For how long and at what cost is kind of unknown. The gas prices are baked in. We're going to see high gas prices go all the way to the end. And even the tax issue, which the president is pinning a lot of his economic messaging on, 6 in 10 Americans believe that he's handling it worse than the Democrats. So I don't see a lot of good news for the president in the upcoming midterms.
Stephen, 20 seconds.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it all matters on whether or not this military excursion is resolved. Quagmire is the thing that is in everybody's minds right now. And if they actually manage to pull this off, it's going to be a very different conversation when we're getting to September, October.
Stephen, Doug, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.